Our adventurers, those who rage against the storm,
It's us.
that is you, have returned to the city of Brass with the Mote of Shadow,
Bingo.
a critical artifact of creation which will allow them to deal with the shadowy scourge afflicting the city. They have made their way via underground passage to the Long Castle, and from the Long Castle via teleportation to the Oracle of Mephistopheles. Inside the Oracle, they have encountered several devils who were overcome by the shadow and possessed. Slaying most of them, but saving a few, the party made their way through the first several chambers of the Oracle and ultimately found the one who is, well, not named as of yet. A sort of manifestation of the Oracle, a succubus who they were able to prevent from being overcome by the shadow, who was resisting the shadowy effects for who knows how long. They took direction and guidance from her and were told that they needed to gather 6 mites of desire, which were to the south of the central chamber, and then take them to the northern chamber to a place called the Chamber of Recombinance, which, yes, is a made-up word. I was asked, and
I still don't know what it means.
yes.
It means to combinance again.
I took a combination and resonance and kind of put them together.
Okay.
Recombinance. Molly also, I'm sure, was wondering if I made that word up. And
Oh, I absolutely did. I was thinking it was rotund, though. Like, you know, that like circular room?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Like
a
a
combination like
rotunda?
that.
Thunderance.
a
Well, I
rotund
was
rotunda.
like, okay, is it like a really circular room that...
It is now.
It is in fact, it is in fact circular. You will find.
Perfect.
And once they take the 6 mites of desire to the south, return them to the Chamber of Recombinance, where the 7th mite of desire already is located, they must join them together into the interlocutory passion.
That's not a word either.
It is. That one is, in fact, a word. It's a legal word.
Yes, it is.
Interlocutory?
Interlocutory. Yep.
Inside a
that up.
locker.
Yep.
We also do SAT prep. Welcome back.
And once they have the interlocutory passion, they
That
can
one
then
just sounds
enter
weird.
into the Oracle's sight, which is the chamber of the Oracle itself. And so the party traveled to the south to obtain the mites of desire, and there they encountered a hallway in which they had to overcome, well, and all but one of them did, a overwhelming sensation, actually two failed, overwhelming sensation to tell the truth. Both Ray, the storm giant, adolescent storm giant barbarian, and
Who did confessing of love.
who did confessing a love for some folks in the room, and Antony, the human wizard, were compelled to tell the truth. Each one then, in turn, passed betwixt the angelic gaze of the sentinel statues and had to explain why they were worthy. And each had a conversation which ultimately allowed, in turn, each one to pass, although some taking longer than others to get through.
Honestly, that tracks, though.
It does. On the other side of the sentinels, they were greeted by a shadow-possessed planetar, celestial. That's right. Whose eyes had seemingly been taken from it, a black band across its eyes, its stark blue skin showing the shadowy visage of the possession that had taken it, as well as just the almost ever-present sign of black tears which were streaming down its face. Additionally, its tongue had been ripped from its mouth, and its the sides of its mouth in a Joker-like effect had been slit open, its teeth exposed, and though mouth agape, was unable to speak. It engaged the party, but because of Cacophony's repository of power that she had stored up from all of the absorbed, shadowy figures, she was able in one fell swoop to blast the shadowy presence from the angelic figure, who has now come to rest before the six of you, kneeling down, his head slowly rising up, meeting your gaze, or otherwise would be meeting your gaze, as the shadow is now gone from his eyes. The tears are still there. The mouth kind of clenches shut, the teeth showing, as the lips and kind of gum, the lips are kind of pulled back a little bit. Tries to present a dignified front to you, but this haggard celestial seems worn and almost worn out, defeated, and is not attacking you any longer, but also has not dropped the wall of blades which it put up in front of each of the six mites of passion. I, on the map, have the fire as the representation of the blades, but there are, in fact, six. You can kind of see them behind the fire. Maybe I'll put it behind just for, we'll make it a little easier.
Yeah, you did mention that they were encompassing all of...
They are. And so they are completely walled off by these blades. You can hypothetically go through them, but you will incur damage in doing so. Just to be clear. And around you,
Damage, you say?
Stop.
Damage unto death?
You do see the mites, what you surmise are the mites of desire. The first to the north is, each one of them you see is a white glowing light, kind of yellowish white light that is emanating. And at the center of each of these orbs, you see various colors. The first is white. I'm sorry. I read is red. Red interior. Someone took my red. Ugh. Oh, by the way, I apologize. The cat that you saw last week that came up on the
Has now died.
is no.
Really sad. It came upon an accident.
It did not, but it caused my camera to come upon an accident.
Yeah.
And so the camera that was showing the turn order is deceased.
Oof.
What happened?
It knocked it off and it couldn't take the fall, apparently.
Onto plush carpet?
I don't know.
Listen, Jake, he didn't manufacture it.
It was the first camera ever made, so.
Well, it gives us an excuse to upgrade something else.
And write it off on tape.
Anyway, that's why there is a blank screen where it says turn order. We apologize. But first, red is at the center. The next is a orange at the center, proceeding to yellow and white. The third is purple in its interior. The southern row is blue at the interior, then green at the interior, and then finally fully yellow to white, so yellow at the interior. Okay. Those are the colors of the passions. I'm sorry, the desires, the mites of desire that are there. So red, orange, purple, blue, green, yellow.
Almost a rainbow.
Almost a
Oh,
rainbow.
we don't know what the 7th color is. The one that's already in the other room.
It's true.
Indigo.
You're right. We do know what it is.
But they're out of order.
They would be, yeah.
So, that is the scene that is before you. Cacophony and Antony both just begin observing what is going on
Because they were not part of any of it.
and taking it in, staring at the planetar, this massive, muscular, celestial, though disheveled he may appear, is still a sight to behold in its intimidation and its just, it looks like a very strong being, physically powerful. And the floor is yours.
Celine immediately steps forward and holds her hands out in the gesture for Elmater to show the cord around her wrist.
Okay. I'm not going to, I'm just,
Who are you showing that to?
The blind
The
one.
planter. Oh, he's blind? I thought you said the thing left his eyes.
the black band or cloth is still over his eyes. The shadowy.
Anyway, he
Yeah.
can sense it.
So, no.
we have the mouth of the oracle. This is the something else of the oracle, but not the eyes or the mouth, I would assume. Maybe the ears.
Maybe.
I just don't want
Maybe
to
we should let him see.
You step forward and put forth your hands. He remains. He remains.
You did that last time. You knocked me out.
He remains kneeling, which is kneeling. He is about at each of your eye level. Although Ray, you do stand taller.
Oh, really?
You do.
Ray goes on her tiptoes.
While he's kneeling, you stand taller.
She was about to, and then she goes,
Yep. So he's in a posture of seeming
Fealty.
submission or fealty. As you set forth your hands, the sword that he was wielding, he has both of his hands on, and he is kind of kneeling in front of. He does not move.
Can you hear us?
His head nods.
Can I have a feather from your wing?
That's really weird.
Shane,
Do you want
There
a
is-
quill or something?
priorities.
There is a kind of a
Listen, dude, you kicked the shit out of me. The least I can do is have a feather.
Here's a smack.
the head kind of looks in your direction, and then looks back towards
All right.
Celine.
I wanted to see how far we could go. Carry on.
Priorities, Shane. I think she would approach but telegraph her footsteps so that he can hear them.
It's
Stop
actually
being,
an
like,
elephant.
sliding the foot so he can hear it so he doesn't get taken by surprise.
She's got heels on.
And will okay, right? Staccato. I will also kneel across from him.
Okay.
And I don't believe you can speak telepathically, can you?
He nods his head no.
How long have you been stationed here? Can you
He
use your- and then I'll just like gesture to his or like touch his fingers to showcase like numbers.
he puts out his hand and holds up the number 1,
1 billion years.
and then
I was only, he's an intern, guys.
makes
Sorry.
makes a 0, and then kind of does a gesture upward.
Exponential.
It's at least 10.
At least 10 years.
At least 10.
At least 10 years.
Very good.
10 days, 10 minutes.
We don't know. Oh, hey, I can cast message. Would that work?
Can they respond back with message?
Yes,
I
they
think
can.
they have to speak though, don't they?
Here's the message, and we can reply in a whisper. So it's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah,
mental whisper;
no.
it's a physical whisper.
Gee, this would have been helpful if I kept that spell I took like 3 years ago and then never used it and swapped it out. How it goes?
Like speak with animal.
No, like Rary's telepathic bond or something. Is there any way to heal you of these ailments?
He seems to look down for a moment and then looks back up and kind of just quickly shakes his head no.
Can the blindfold be removed?
This is a much more intentional
Right.
no.
Okay.
Because you don't want us to see, or like it's magically bound?
He
This is a
points
shame.
to you and says the latter.
2 words sounds like.
Oh, it's a movie. Got it.
No,
He gestures second as in
Yeah.
Yeah.
the second statement.
Can you take down these blade walls?
He gestures both hands to you as if he's asking why.
The mouth of the oracle sent us to get these so we can go and help the oracle of Mephistopheles.
That's good.
Who the Sultan sent us to help him.
Why?
To clarify,
Go. We need more clarity on that.
To help
And someone who knows how to say the name right.
Oh,
between-
only Anthony has said the name.
we're between a bit of a rock and a hard place. We've been trying as a group to get back to the material plane. There's a raging storm there that threatens
Magical storm.
all of Toril, and the only way that we could find passage back to it is through the city of Brass, hence having to run a series of incredibly irritating and sidetracking favors to try to get to that portal, and this was the latest in that venture. My name is Celine, by the way.
We're getting rid of the shadows.
Yeah.
He puts his hand on his chest and bows his head.
That's Ray, that's Asheen, this is Manny,
I asked for
And-
the feather.
Cacophony, and Anthony up behind
He
us.
again hand to his chest and bows his head, and then he gestures to you, and he just says, he kind of gives a gesture to come closer and
Silly
holds out his
approaches.
hand. Okay,
I would come closer and grab his hand
okay,
gently.
okay. He waits a moment.
Oh, everybody.
Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, we're all like piling.
He just waiting.
Go team.
I'm going
Yeah.
to sidle myself up closest to his wing, though.
Celine's just looking at you like this.
I feel like Steve would insight, but
I would actually want to look at his garb and see if there's any holy symbols.
Ooh,
idea.
good question.
Roll perception.
holy or
Can I help
unholy
him?
since he's a devil.
How
Well,
would you help
that's
him?
true.
He's
Because
not a
I know
devil.
religious symbols
Oh.
too,
He's
so
an
I'd
angel.
point
Alright,
something
but-
out if I saw it.
Who was
guess.
possessed by the shadow.
I guess that would just be me rolling.
You
Never
can roll
mind.
perception.
It's only 13.
Which does make it
Okay.
interesting that he's in a hallway.
Even
connected
worse.
to-
Yeah,
Okay.
probably like
What'd you roll?
down servant or
Even,
something.
like,
Okay.
a
What
3.
you notice with a 13, from his waist upward is unclothed.
Right.
And he has a bluish skin, many scars upon it.
No scars that look like.
No scars that look necessarily
Branded.
infernal or evil. All the evil scars are all to his face. And as he has kind of bowed his head, you note that the bandana, so to speak, or blindfold that is tied around him is bound in the back, and there is a rune that is at the tie, kind of at the back of his, not quite at the base of his neck, but like right on the kind of the back
The
point
knot.
of his head. There is no rune that you can see externally on his mouth. His waist is almost like a half toga type of a thing. There is a belt that keeps it firmly in place, and then it goes down around about his calves as it kind of hangs down. The bottom of it is very well worn and frayed and stained with all manner of creatures' blood. It doesn't seem that it's ever been washed, and it's what you can imagine was once a bleached white is just
Yeah.
very dirty kind of colors of browns and reds and kind of the dried blood types of spatters all over it. His wings are still very white, though there are what look to be missing feathers therein as well.
Any on the ground?
It's good. That's the same.
Roll perception.
I'm joking. Just I know planetar wing feathers can fetch a pretty penny.
Oh,
Roll
I was
perception.
wondering what this fixation was.
Then he wanted a nice quill
Ooh.
Yeah, right.
Well,
or like a special fletching for
there's
your
some
arrow.
stuff you can do with them.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
If only you had
22.
time in this campaign.
22. This is my carryover into the next campaign.
As you look around, you do actually find a particular feather. Behind the planetar, there is a wall. And upon that wall is a pedestal.
Oh.
And upon that pedestal is a singular feather. So imagine it on the pedestal. Above the pedestal, hanging on the wall, you see a mural.
Of?
You'd have to go closer to investigate.
Hey, blue guy. I don't know your name.
His head turns to you. He's still holding out his hand, by the way.
And I'm holding on to like his thumb.
Is there anyone who doesn't put his hand or her hand upon his?
Nah, we'll do
Okay.
it.
He grasps his fingers around each of yours and releases, and you're all healed for 20 hit points each.
Yay!
Wow.
Oh, nice. I like him.
Oh, thank you.
Did you say I also get all my spell slots back? Or did I?
I did not say that.
I noticed behind you is a really pronounced feather on like a raised dais with a. Can I go back there and look at that, or are you gonna like try to lob my head off?
He looks at you.
Don't ask either of our questions. He can only shake his head yes
You
or
can
no.
go 1, if I'm allowed. 2, if he'll lob my head off.
He gestures backwards, and he kind of puts up a hand as if he would say stop or no. But he also, as he puts his hand back, doesn't appear to be preventing you from going there.
I won't touch anything. I just want to look. That's odd. That's all I'm getting at.
As you say that that's odd, roll insight.
18.
18. His posture is kind of hunches slightly, as if there's some sort of shame that he carries associated with that.
Would I be able to insight anything about this source of shame? Just knowing from my own
What's your passive insight?
17.
17. You recognize the same sort of response in his posture as he is referencing the wall and the mural back there, but nothing really beyond that.
If we free this feather, would you be freed?
He
1 for yes. 2
looks
for
in
no.
your direction and then kind of looks downward, doesn't really give a response.
I feel like he can't because the Oracle's watching, but if we just free him, he would be happy. But he just can't say he wants to be freed, or else there can be trouble.
I don't know if him and the Oracle are that connected.
You don't think it's like whatever he hears, the Oracle hears?
So the Oracle's, we saw her.
No,
the mouth
that
of
was the mouth.
Oracle. True. Well, the Oracle Mephistopheles, I'd imagine, is probably.
I think you're pronouncing it wrong.
Sorry,
I think that's right.
my guess.
We're insulting everyone.
Oh gosh.
My guess would be it's probably an infernal being. If it's the Oracle of Mephistopheles, who's a devil. Do you know anything about devils?
Not much.
Okay, this is an angel. Exact opposite.
Right, that's what
Yeah.
makes me think he's bound, and that's why he just can't say he wants to be freed.
I don't know if he's bound by the Oracle. I'm wondering if he's playing defense here with these things.
What do you mean?
Like he's protecting them.
I mean, literally he is. You see those blade walls?
Do you think possibly he's protecting us from them?
He gestures towards Manny.
Nah! The hell would... What are they? Of passion? Come on.
Desire.
So I can love too much, huh? Come on.
Oh, you should grab the red one.
I would. Yeah.
If you love too much, you might find that you're going to consume the thing that you love, and not.
Said the guy who's never loved anything before.
Are we...
My secret shame.
Do the colors correspond to the desire that they'll invoke?
Well, we're assuming they invoke a desire.
Well, if he can answer our question,
Big
then we can
light.
see which
Yes,
color is
please,
which.
elucidate on that
So,
point.
like purple, greed, green, jealousy,
Purple greed?
greed.
Usually orange.
That's strange from you. Purple?
Well, everyone here is saying they could make me purple, but you're right. That was a Molly thought, not a Ray thought.
He gestures
Purple
to
is
you.
awesomeness.
He gestures to them as if to say,
Also pride.
"Look closer."
Okay, so we do.
Celine will.
Nose right up to the
Yeah, the
blades.
blade just.
You may roll perception.
Everybody?
All of us?
2 of you may.
I'll guidance whoever's looking.
I'm only a +6.
Only.
I'm a +8.
I'm a
So
plus
you
3,
should.
so
Roll twice.
I'm gonna
Steve.
guidance.
Yeah. Steve.
What does Steve have?
Well,
Anthony, in his perception, is +8.
I like that we just kind of refer to
Either that or just roll
Steve.
twice.
I'll just roll twice.
all right, you roll twice.
And I'll guidance.
Anthony's just taking this all in.
He's just really upset that they left the conversation when he wasn't done with them yet. He's like, come on, I was pouring out my heart
I
here.
had so much more to say.
Yeah. Where'd you go, jabroni?
Well, while he's looking at that,
Perfect.
I'm
27.
making my way back towards that pedestal, but I want to hear what you have to say here.
27.
Okay.
Whoa.
As you approach,
Pretty good.
the red glowing orb, which is the first up here,
Mhm.
seems to have a picture of 2 individuals locked in a embrace.
What kind of embrace?
Just a kiss.
They're fun.
Nothing overtly
Love.
sensual.
That's what I said. Love.
Yeah, we were right on that one.
Uh-huh.
Orange.
It makes Steve do
The
that one.
orange next.
Yeah.
You see, and as you peer in, you see an image of somebody who is it's kind of like a split image. On one side they are gathering, and on the other side they are handing out to, it looks like, those in need.
Look at that guy's helping. Takes from the rich and he gives to the needy. Takes a wee percent, but he's not greedy.
The purple,
I'm gonna play Fiona in this role. Yeah!
the purple, you look and you see the image of someone who is on a pedestal in first place.
Oh, you're
No,
right.
it's
Pride.
Yeah.
Good job.
That
And-
is a Stormsound.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do it.
There's nothing wrong with striving
The
to be
blue,
the
you see a picture of someone who has a gavel in their hand. They are striking
Justice.
Yep.
the gavel.
best. Right?
What's orange?
Orange was...
Compassion, maybe?
Gathering and giving.
The
Yeah.
green, you see someone who is wiping
wrong.
their brow and looking out at several fields that are full of harvest, and he is working his
Hard
harvest.
worker. Hard worker right there. None of these are bad.
Not so far.
And
Not overtly.
the
Oh, hush.
Yellow.
the yellow.
You see a bottle of mustard.
French's.
That's gluttony.
Ball.
That's a placeholder.
It's got Heinz.
That's nacho cheese.
I incorrectly read the one that was in the other chamber. Sorry. That was the
That was the judge.
no, that one was the one I
Field?
just read. The field.
Looking over the field.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So that one is actually in the other chamber.
Okay, so green is somewhere else.
Yep. The justice
Was blue.
that you said was blue.
Yep.
So I see someone. The next one you see an image. This is the.
Which,
Green?
Yeah, which color?
Green.
This
back
is
to
the
green.
green one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're at the green one. This one is an image of someone who is looking at another person who is training or doing some sort of exercise or something like that. and they themselves are sitting in kind of like a pose of concentration.
Okay.
Okay.
Like thinking, meditation.
Could be motivation.
Could be.
Yeah, okay.
And then the last one. Darn it, I switched those two around.
So that's yellow.
That was yellow.
You're really making this impossible.
I did not put these in
He does excel very well.
yeah. The last one is the green one. So that was the yellow one. The last
Right,
one is the
it's
green
Excel.
one.
We're blaming you.
I would.
Really?
So the order changed somewhat too?
No, well, it was the yellow one was the one with the meditative
Right.
kind of disciplined
So it
type
makes
of person.
sense. The question was, what makes you worthy? And then we have 6 reasons.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing.
So we have to pick one that defines us.
Yeah,
And
that's
then the
closest.
I'm all of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
the final is the green, and as you stare into that one, you see an image of actually someone staring back.
Oh.
Eyes kind of focused, as if they're looking very intently into the future, or
Soothsaying.
kind of looking out with a discernment.
I think it's you.
Yeah, I like soothsaying.
There's a snake that goes in the
You guys have one brain cell, and neither of you have it. You know what I mean?
The mangoes.
So those are the images that you see at the core of the glowing mites of desire.
So when we touch these mites, will we just be overcome with that desire? Like,
He shakes his head no.
will we not have the desire at all? Will the desire get like sucked out from us and we lose our desire?
He shakes his head no. And as you now
You're
are
thinking
looking
all
at him
this.
shaking his head no, he's shaking his no as if he doesn't know.
Oh.
Like he's kind of like
Oh.
shoulders up.
So he's been here for a very long time protecting people from these things, but he knows not what they do.
Right.
Then I wonder why he knows to protect.
Because
Others
this is what his job was.
I know, but I'm wondering the
You-
calling.
You don't ask questions in a hierarchical society. You just do.
I always like to know
Was
why.
it a devil or a celestial who put you in this position? Yes, not for first, no
Celestial.
for second.
No,
Celestial?
I thought you said devil first.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
I thought he was
said
pointing up.
Okay.
First.
Right.
Oh yeah, devil. Yeah.
Okay, that blows my theory out of the water.
As you approach the back,
Yeah. 21. I rolled perception for the mural.
you see as you approach a distorted mural with iconography of angels and devils around the frame. There is a central picture with then several kind of like scenes, small little scenes around it. The central picture is of the angel you see before you. At least kind of his face.
Torn.
And it is like two sides of a reflection.
the partition.
Like Janus.
On one side, he appears regal and majestic, whole, W-H-O-L-E. On the other, his current mangled and maimed form, with the blindfold in place, with the tears streaming down, with the cut of the mouth and the missing tongue. Around the outside of that dual formed celestial, you see a series of images, and you quickly put together with the 21 that they are meant to be serial in their progression. The first is of this figure fighting
Is this
Devils.
left to right or right to
Fighting
left?
devils.
on the left.
So left to right.
Yep, there are 5.
Like an arc.
2, 1,
One.
2.
So the central climax and then the fall. Got
Correct.
it.
Fighting
Devils.
alongside other angels against devils.
Yep.
The second, you see him depicted in the oracle with another almost commander-looking angel
Is there a picture of the oracle in there? Yeah, presented.
There is no picture of the oracle presented. There is a picture of the
Building?
mouth of the oracle, who is being protected by a legion of devils.
So the lady we just saw.
The
Right,
lady
got
you
it.
just saw, fighting against them. In the third, you see a picture of the commander having been turned into a devil.
Oh, this is okay.
So who he was? So is that Zario?
Yeah, that's what I would ask.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that. Okay.
You would know. I mean, for the sake of the conversation, yes. But that's something that...
We'll walk up to.
Yep. The fourth image is the angel in chains. And...
The one that looks like our guy.
Yep, your guy. And then the last is Zariel binding him to this hallway.
Woof.
That's pretty close.
So your question was more intricate than you might have thought.
No, yes.
It was an angel who turned to it.
Does this feather look like his feather?
It does.
Does it clearly look like, can I see where it should be?
There is something more.
Go on.
I did not describe the bottom.
Ah.
On the bottom,
Always read the plaques. As we
Yeah.
have learned.
His name is Frank.
Do not unbind him, or you will destroy the world.
Don't release this lady. I put this plaque out of the way just in case.
do you speak Infernal?
I do.
Then in Infernal,
And Celestial.
you read the
And Abyssal.
You read the following.
He's got his bases covered.
Sight to the blind for sight of the blind. Speech to the mute for mute speech. Place your name. Break the bind.
So you
Hey
have to-
guys!
You recognize that
You'd have
the feather is in fact a quill.
Uh-huh.
So you'd have to trade places with
Yeah,
him.
that's what it seems like.
Come here. Back here.
We'll approach. We'll be back.
He holds out his hand as if
No, it's not bad. It's different.
he's not preventing you, but he's like basically holding out
Blind.
his hands like don't go.
No, come here.
Well, could we just examine it?
His head kind of drops. And he doesn't prevent you from.
Listen, I'm gonna call you Frank right now, for lack of a better word. Frank?
I'm gonna hold.
You know what'd be
I can
kind of
grab
funny?
his hand, right? Can I ask him? Could you trace the letters of your name that you would like us to call you in my poem?
Roll persuasion.
He just is trying to buy time to think of a name.
No, I have his name right here.
You know, it'd
But-
be kind of funny.
Oftentimes that's the case.
I'll use my
If we
angelic dice
do
for this.
the ultimate hag's name.
20.
What's at least?
20.
Not natural.
Oh, Baba Yaga.
Yeah, Baba Yaga with a quill.
Get out of here. We need to run now.
He takes his hand and in Celestial, he traces a C, an H, an O.
Chorizo.
Oh my gosh, Molly, you ruined it!
You're hungry, aren't you?
What's wrong with you people tonight? Not a brain cell on this table. Not a one. Sorry.
As you can see, Bree's the one that holds us together.
We have an intricate rainbow puzzle in front of us. Pull it together. All right.
Chorizo.
Chipotle.
R-I-Z-O.
Holy beef. That's his name. Honestly, those
C-H-O-Z-E-K apostrophe E-L.
Chazerkel?
Chalkel?
Chozekel.
Josekel.
I'm still imploring from the back. Come
You
on.
know that in Celestial means the strength of God.
And you were.
I guess his god's not very strong.
I have encountered another angel.
I whispered it. You didn't hear me.
I have encountered another angel who had been turned or fallen and deceived, who was a servant of Palor by the name of Bethel.
He looks at you and his brow furrows underneath the blindfold.
I was able to restore him by removing the runes that had been carved into his skin, and he chose
He
his
drops the
redemption.
sword and pulls you in and hugs you.
I shoot him in the back. It looks like an aggressive.
And as that, the blade wall drops as well.
Aww.
Well, see,
And the tears...
The fool! Grab him and run.
The tears start. It's not just the black
Clear.
tears; it is clear tears that start flowing.
Aww. You deserve. Pat, pat, pat.
So he was redeemed quite recently too. Do you believe it's possible that a greater restoration could undo this curse on this blindfold?
He kind of holds you for a moment, and then releases. Takes the sword which has fallen down, which you put together that it was the sword itself that was kind of the focal point for
For
the blade wall.
right.
And he takes it and sheathes it kind of in the scabbard that is slung over his back. I didn't describe that before, but it's there. And he looks at you, and he just shakes his head no.
Alright. Is it possible you could approach with us and escort me?
He takes a deep breath, and he just kind of turns to the side and gestures towards the mural.
Celine will prepare to walk that way, but before she does, just say, whatever shame or regret you have, do not lose hope. We might not be able to do something here in this moment, but there will come deliverance for you, I promise.
He looks in your direction and kind of wipes away the tears, the real tears, and he shakes his head and then kind of, with a frustrated gesture, roll insight.
You thought you were gonna redeem it.
18.
18. You get the sense that he's trying to express that he is not without hope,
He's just bound.
that the price is not one that he once paid.
I see.
It's
Hey,
the-
let's go
it's the
get that
12.
devil intern guy back here. Mephistopheles told us directly that you need to lift this feather straight from the top. All right.
Actually,
You see
try
Hashim
that.
gesturing to you.
Yeah, we walk over. I'll be back.
I think I have the answer.
what's that?
Do you have Infernal?
No.
You speak the language of devils?
No, only angelic.
You definitely do, you devil.
I don't think I do.
Not you, I was pointing to Steve.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't.
Yes.
So let me tell you a story. Look at this in the round. Fighting for good guys. They get to the oracle with a buddy. That buddy turns bad. Bad stuff, here he is. Then I want to point you to this fun script on the bottom. Basically says an eye for an eye, a cheek for a tooth for a tooth. Or, sorry, tongue for a tongue.
Right to
What do we
remain.
know about this guy?
Do I have
No
to?
eyes, no tongue.
So he
Do we have to roll anything for the figures in the mural?
is there.
You.
Does
you-
it look like the person I saw when I flashed back in time?
It was the person you saw.
There we go.
The golden-clad
Yeah, the
leader.
commander.
The person who you yelled to is
Hopefully,
is
my
not
dad.
is not pictured.
Otherwise, that's really awkward.
So, like, I don't know who these people are, but you can kind of tell what's going on here. And this is the concerning part, which is why
Do I see anywhere where it's intended to write a name?
There are
It's gotta be
two.
vellum. Yeah.
There are two lines.
Mm-hmm.
One that is underneath the part that reads sight to the blind for sight of the blind. And there is one under the part that reads speech to the mute for mute speech.
I mean, we do have 2 interns. We could certainly ask them.
They're not with us.
No,
Where did they go?
They remained
They
back with the
remained,
oracle.
if you remember, to cause this problem.
Ah.
Okay, so
so do we think?
how bad you want to free this guy?
And does it require 2 people?
Sight and speech, I think
That's
is what
it.
you said. But
There
you
are
didn't say,
two.
but I
There are
heard.
lines for 2 places to put names.
So
Either that or
hypothetically,
it's-
it could be one person,
I could lose my eyes, but keep my tongue. You could keep your...
eyes and lose my tongue.
Right.
I would be no good with that. But I kind of like talking.
Well,
I don't need to
Me too.
talk.
I could sign it.
I-
I don't know what this ring does, but this ring was helping to develop some sort of sight anyway, so.
so the thing is, if you sign, though, you might get stuck here. Like, he's stuck.
That's true. There is
You
also.
might be better served with a planetary anyway. Just saying.
Well, he would go and return to his holy squad, just like Bethel.
Maybe.
Or he could join you.
Correct. I think we already have the ability to leave right now. Hence, Bladewell's gone.
That's right.
We could just grab and go. And it seems like, hey, Frank.
His name
I
is.
didn't hear his name.
He
I would-
turns to you. She didn't say it.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
So,
It's
hey, Frank.
Chosicle. Hey, it's
we-
Chosicle.
What?
Was it?
No, it's not
Chosekel.
Chosicle.
Chosekel.
Chosicle.
Chosicle.
It's close enough.
Is that right?
He's got a smirk on his face.
Kind of. I see.
Sounds like a
Enunciation.
popsicle.
a dialect
He
thing.
nods
can't
his
say his
head
name.
yes.
So,
Chosicle?
would we
Josek
potentially
L.
be able
Josek
to
L.
leave now?
He nods his head yes.
And understandably, you're still blind and mute.
He just doesn't even dignify that with the response. He just does. He looks
you
slightly
wouldn't-
off kilter.
what I'm driving at is you wouldn't stop us.
He nods his head yes.
But you still have hope that one day someone will sign this terrible contract.
He shakes his head no.
Oh,
He doesn't want anyone
Uh,
to be like
Anthony.
him.
Anthony says beside us, "I will sacrifice my devil's sight to save this one." I mean, he knows he's not.
Oh, I
he
don't
can get on
know.
character's
He's
reaction,
thinking
so-
something.
wait. Anthony, you want to sign this?
He says, "Yo,
For Chesticle?
this is just my body, you know. I'm happy to give it up since it's probably gonna fade away anyway, and I'll just go back right in
You
these."
kind of are immortal. Okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to drag this out.
We need you, Anthony.
I don't... You might have a false equivalence here. This thing says sight
It doesn't
for the
actually.
blind, for sight of the blind.
We might not gain his friendship and his partnership because his obligation to this place may remain, but he can speak and see.
Though if we take the things,
Then he
his
doesn't want me to
obligation
stay.
wouldn't have to be here.
That's true. But I don't think the DM will let us take a Planetar with us.
I would think so.
This is obviously a place of a ritual of sacrifice for another person, which is extremely sincere to the portfolio of Ilmater.
Mm.
So I'm not trying to drag this out, but I do think, like, character-wise, I would be praying right now to seek guidance on this matter, because it's different to
who?
sacrifice to Ilmater
Okay.
through, I mean, the way that it works
Skip
in,
the interim guy.
well, I mean, the way that it works in D&D is probably like there's some conduit between them that they would speak through that, so it's kind of like an open line.
All right, so she's praying. Anthony's gonna sign for the eyes.
That's what it seems like.
You may roll a religion check.
I'm gonna guidance
I
myself.
can
on
roll
this.
for the tongue. That's okay.
Are you
Do I have
sure?
an advantage? Do we have any advantages here?
Don't know.
I don't believe.
I don't think you do. I think I have 2, and
Yeah,
that's about
I
it.
think most all of them have been used up.
Yeah.
Steve might have 1 or 2, but
I know I
Ooh.
have 2.
Dirty 20. Religion. 22.
Utter your prayer.
23 actually. I've forgotten this far before. I've always rolled like under a 10.
God, if you're there,
Yeah, if you're listening. The one who sacrifices. We find ourselves in most dire straits. presented with what appears to be a designed devilish opportunity driven to pain, separate, lash, bind, and harm one through sacrifice for another to take their place. I pray for your wisdom and guidance here, and that you might help counsel me in the course of action that would help Chozek L and also drive our party forward towards our goals.
There is a pause, and then there is a response of a few words. You may free him. It will require sacrifice that cannot be undone. 'Tis your choice, or the choice of whoever would so sacrifice. Think of your decision. Be not flippant, for it will entail a permanent scar. But free him from his bonds ye would.
Ilmater just spoke to me.
Oh yeah, what'd he say?
Well, we can free him. It's going to require sacrifice as we interpreted that won't be undone. It's our choice, but we are not to make it flippantly and to understand that whatever choice we were to make for a sacrifice would entail a permanent scar, but it would free him.
So non-flippantly, Anthony already said eyes. So he called dibs, I think I heard him say.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
I think Steve is not wanting to do it.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did not think this through.
Correct.
So
Well, I think a lot of wizard spells are sight.
that's
what I'm
exactly
worried
right.
about.
Yeah.
You don't say.
You have to be able to see them to...
I
do
would
the
go
spell,
for the, I would sign under the speech area.
Oh, no, he still wants to do it.
I'd sign under the speech area.
Do you have any components
would-
of spells that are speech related?
I can subtle cast. To go around it, unless you would want to. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Well,
Just so you know,
I know.
this would prevent you from uttering the verbal components of spells,
Right, I would
You
have to
would
subtle
subtle
cast them.
which requires a
Meta magic point.
metamagic.
Correct.
Not
So-
a good idea.
it's,
Well, not all of them.
Well, someone...
It's still you're hampering yourself as we're going into the end.
I
game.
just want you to understand the consequences.
Here's
I
the-
The
understand
person
that,
who
but
can speak to telepathically should be... Who could do that? Speak
Me?
telepathically? No, because you can only message. You still have to speak.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Here's the deal. I don't have any spells that need speaking.
I don't either, but I kind of like talking.
Not only do you kind of like talking, there's also an aspect of authority you have in this quest that you're on.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
this
was
is
so nice.
this is your quest.
Thank you.
that is true.
All right, so you're out on the tongue.
And sight.
am not-
I'd prefer not to be blind either.
You can't hit anything.
But what if you get something really cool for it? Like X-ray vision.
I don't think I will. I think I'll just be blind. And could you imagine trying to swing this hammer blind?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill everyone.
I don't think that we can think of maybe there's a cool thing. The cool thing is
We free.
releasing Chozekel.
All right. So we potentially have a blind wizard, which
And a deaf wizard.
which
Not a deaf,
mute,
mute wizard.
which nerfs him almost completely, and then it cuts you in half for tongue. Do you have any spells that need a verbal component?
All of them. But
That's not
most
good.
of what I do is not verbal spells.
I have none. Literally none.
Definitely don't lose your eyes. The Watchman couldn't lose his sight.
That is one thing I will not sacrifice.
That would be ironic.
Unless
Ironically, I feel like I've loopholed a lot of spells of mine that don't say you need to see. They just say it's like in the area.
I lied. I have a lot of verbal spells. It's okay. Apparently, Hunter's Mark is one. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, what are you saying? That one.
I don't know.
I choose you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I choose you.
I can just put the hex back. Just makes it better. Now that I know I'm a warlock, I can flip it.
I think that Manny would pray to Savras and Salune to see if, to fulfill his oath, he needs to physically see.
Roll religion.
Well, seeing
Guidance
for
if he's
you
praying.
is
You see him praying.
pretty important.
What's that?
Seeing for you is pretty important.
But seeing isn't only physical seeing.
But it's
That's
correct.
That's
Yeah, but when you're swinging a
true.
lance, it's pretty important.
And we're rolling religion, right?
Yep. With your wisdom modifier.
Okay.
At least if Steve loses his eyes, he might be able to do the lens.
23.
23. Utter your prayer.
Good.
Savras,
Hey, we both got 23s.
Salune, I have an opportunity to release one who has fought the good fight and is now scarred because of it. But to do so, I would have to give up my sight or my speech. Would I be breaking my oath if I gave up these, or specifically sight?
The voice of Savras returns to you. One that you have not heard very often. You're almost
Taken aback.
taken aback, and you feel as if you want to kind of fall prostrate because your deity is addressing you. You would not. Your sight would be changed, but not eliminated.
That he drops to one knee and he says thank you.
Savras in disguise?
It sounded like that.
Wait, is this a plot twist?
And
But
none
there
of
was
us heard
no
it.
long
None of us
pauses.
heard it.
Nate is just like a Twitch streamer who has one of those voice changer things, and one of these days he's gonna leave the button on for like L'Oreal by accident when he's talking to us.
All right, here's the deal, guys. I can't cast much of anything without verbal.
Well, it sounds like Manny might be a good person for eyes.
I won't ask anybody else to take a sacrifice like this. I know that it will inconvenience me, but this is my calling. This is everything that I believe in.
You're gonna be so nerfed.
Let me just pause.
King
I don't want to
talk
do
normally,
this,
right?
but this is everything that my
don't
character
normally
would
talk,
do,
right?
so I will be faithful.
This one, eh?
I'll be
Okay.
faithful. to
She
her.
could only mimic until like 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
So I just spoke to Savras, and he essentially said, I can do this, and I will not be nerfed.
Is that what you got, Simon? Is that
I'm putting
mine
those
was
words
a lot
in the
more
DM.
cryptic.
Your deity said you would do this.
My deity said could go either way, really.
So maybe we take that. His was like vociferously yes. Yours was like, eh.
Perhaps, maybe we only free him partially.
I was wondering.
Oh yeah. Would you be okay with seeing but not being able to talk?
He gestures as if
Ah.
you don't need to do this.
Yeah, I get that, but we're going to, bud. So the question is, are you okay half correct?
He makes a symbol as if binding or chains
Are still there.
are still there.
It
Oh, so
Require
it's
both.
whole
It's
kit and
all or
caboodle or
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
It will free him.
What if you give it all?
No, machine.
I'm joking. We'll obviously spread the nerfing around. Hey, you have no spells.
We just said that you had the
Jake desperately metagaming something.
As I said, I really like talking.
Okay, listen, fine. I get it. You should. He has too many verbal components.
Could you imagine Me
Yes,
not talking?
I could.
The rest.
That was in character. Yeah, I could. Occasionally I think about it.
Occasionally, I think about it all the time.
All right, so Ray's out.
Also, she needs to scream or something for prophecy. So
Could you imagine? No.
we have the whole
Daughter of a nom can't scream. We lost. Just save an NPC.
She's just like this.
He's like,
Will Charade scream for her? Ah! In the background. All right, I think it's got to be Manny and I.
Wait.
It's a handicap,
Am I still
but I can
compelled
walk
to tell the
around it.
truth or no?
Mm-hmm.
But then
I don't want to do it. That's you, not me.
no. But if you lose your mouth, how will you ever have true love's kiss?
oh yeah.
I didn't say I'd lose the mouth. I just said speech.
Or how will you ever profess your love?
How would you ever profess your love? You guys should do it right now
What?
before you
I
lose
got
the
ways.
opportunity.
Oh wow!
I didn't need to speak the other time. So let me just say that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, his little. I assume you're getting that Joker face.
it's possible.
I think you're making a lot of assumptions.
I feel like my assumptions are based on good other assumptions.
Evidence.
He did say I will be scarred, but what's one more?
Well, I mean, if you get your tongue cut out, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I'd
It's
assume
a
it really
devilish
hurt
designed
too.
ritual of
Oh, I would
sacrifice.
also
doubt
assume
it's pleasant.
you're gonna take a lot of hit points.
Oh, hey, Frank. I'm sorry. Chesticle.
I like popsicle one better.
Shane!
Chapsicle.
Are you gonna do this?
Do it.
Like, if we say, like, are you gouging his eyes out and ripping out her tongue? Are you doing it? How does it happen?
Magic.
He gestures as if he does not know.
You know, considering he's the strength of a god.
Manny's gonna roll stealth.
Okay.
You could have
No,
sneak
we've already
sign it.
mentally sent it. He's done. All right, fine, do it. I
He's gonna
understand.
sign his name.
Wait, before you
Go
can't
ahead.
talk, there's so much unfinished things you need to say.
Okay.
What are you rolling? What did you
Manny
just do?
writes his name in the line for the
Tongue.
eyes.
I
Erase. You note as you go up there's no place for ink.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
Oh,
So
He cuts.
you quickly
Yep.
kind
devils are
of
so tiresome.
pierce your finger with blood
Steve wants to give his mouth.
and you write your name
He can't.
doesn't make sense.
and
She can at least subtly cast.
Yeah.
immediately there is searing pain in your eyes. You all hear Manny just scream out "Ah!" as his eyes explode out in flame.
Oh my gosh.
No!
Except he rolled stealth, so none of us are paying attention to that.
We just hear the flame, like, what is that? Like burning hair in the background.
And he kind of looks up in the air, his eyes burning, almost like as if Cyclops had his visor removed, and there's just like the and you look back at Chozakel, and his eyes too are exploding upward, except his with a white light. That the blindfold gets shunted off and kind of magically, mystically flies through the air and attaches to you. The pain subsides, thankfully. Your vision and your eyes are gone. Yet, you still see, in a sense. You do not have sight, but you have blind sight out to 60 feet.
Wow. Okay. Awesome.
I pushed him away. Mine's gonna be so much worse. I don't know why. I just
Now,
have this
what that
feeling.
means is distance is gone for you.
Right.
But you are able to still perceive just as much as before, and now
Possibly more.
things that are invisible are visible to you. And so you can essentially have it's not quite true sight, but you essentially always have see invisibility active. And so that is now your sight.
Is it like he actually sees, or he just knows where everything is? Like, has the world lost beauty?
The world has lost its a form, a shade.
Thanks for framing it in the most depressing way
Um,
possible.
You're welcome.
But he still sees what he can see with good detail, and he is able to still kind of imagine and understand the colors of things, though it is kind of through his intense training and understanding of color that his mind kind of
Feels it.
fills that in.
Okay.
That's not bad at all.
Oh.
And you look kick-ass. Visually, can you imagine this guy walking into a fight? And
So, the first thing I said when Matthew was describing Chozakel the other session ago was, "Wow, that's cool."
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, that's a full
The
character
black
arc for you
tears.
right there.
Yeah, and the smoke too, but that's not.
Yeah.
That's
Smoke
not
isn't there,
No,
but
of course
but
not.
the black tears are kind of streaming.
okay.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Celine,
Yes, I can see you.
how many
how do you
fingers?
feel?
None.
He's.
Oh, he's good.
Meanwhile, Chozakel is
Not gonna lie,
looking
I
at you
definitely thought you were
now,
gonna flip him
and
off.
his eyes
But
have
then I
been
remembered I
restored,
was on camera.
and you see these intense, white, yellow, glowing eyes. You don't really see pupils, so to speak. There's just this intense glow as he looks, and he kind of feels the back of his head, and he shakes his head, and he puts his hand on his heart, and he just touches you, and
I would complete the gesture.
tears begin to stream again down his eyes, his tears.
All right, Chozak, you better be worth it, man.
Celine will take a deep breath at this point and
Are
say
you
to
sure there's not? Oh, sorry.
and we'll say to Chozakel, I will sign for your voice, knowing that this is what any disciple of Ilmata would be called to do, but I beseech you, please, whatever aid you are able to grant when you are freed, please, I beg you for it. And then she'll look at Hasheen and say, I think it goes without saying at this point,
What?
considering
You
I've
should probably say it.
given you true love's kiss like twice.
I didn't know that. I was dead both times.
Well, there was the time in Gur's Tower. It was pretty obvious then.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought that was like a fling at the time, but okay, yeah.
But I love you.
In Greer's tower, he was flinging with everyone. Dimitri was there too.
Flinging it around. Habibi, I love you too.
And even if I don't have the voice to say it, you know I will always show it.
And he just kind of hangs his head there, resigned to, resigned to what's about to happen. And just looking again at Chozak, you better be worth it.
She'll say I love you one more time, but to the fingertips, and then press those fingertips on his cheek and then walk to go sign it. As if to say there's always going to be a way that I can say this to you.
Hmm.
You walk forth, and you sign. Prick your finger, and immediately there is a searing pain across the whole lower portion of your face. And there is again flame that emits from your mouth.
What did I just do?
I don't
You
I hate this character. Keep going.
Campaign.
Similarly, from Chozakel's mouth, yellow-white light explodes forth, and when the pain subsides, you feel the slits that go up your cheeks,
My assumption was
You were
correct.
and
for you.
and you feel that your tongue is entirely removed,
Ugh.
and yet
This is so much cooler.
as you
Sorry.
you look forth at your friends, and the tears kind of begin to fall at the sacrifice she's made, you get the sense that you can still express yourself.
Express yourself.
Psychically.
Mm.
So you now have psychic speech.
Ooh, one person at a time, or
You can speak to any number of people that you can see. As long as they speak a language, they understand you.
oh, that's cool.
So that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it is.
And though you cannot verbally speak, you can still speak to your friends if you always had.
Angel didn't have that.
So you now are a telepath.
Celine erases her name and writes Ray. Just kidding.
Hey! Could you imagine Ray in your head 24/7?
Actually-
It's
That
kind
would
of
be
how it
funny.
always feels anyway.
That would be pretty fun.
Similarly, additionally,
Ooh.
because of your prayer, your subtle spell that would typically cost a sorcery point to cast now is cast for a half of sorcery point.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Not too. Actually, not nerfed at all, really.
No.
Somewhat, but
A little
Little
bit, but
bit.
it's not. It's like
It's not horrible.
only quarter nerfed now, which isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Cool. That's what you hear in your heads.
cool.
Oh. Hey. And nothing is moving, but you see her like still covering where the pain is.
We should get you like a bandana.
It's
really creepy to look at.
Ray is compelled to speak truthfully.
Celine just. I don't even know what I would do in the.
Your act is beautiful.
All right, Joseph,
you.
let's hear it.
Words cannot express
I'm so
my
good for something
thankfulness to you all. I wish it were not so.
It had to be this way.
It did not.
You literally could have walked out. I gave you that option.
Are you freed?
No.
I am.
I thought his voice was gonna be like squeaky. Almost from not talking from
my voice?
Oh my gosh.
I
From
am
Everest to Groot.
unbound,
All right.
and I will fight by your side.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Does anyone have prestidigitation? Prestidigitation? He's a little smelly, guys. He's been down here for 10 billion years.
He snaps his fingers, and his angelic form explodes outward with white light.
Whoa.
All of his feathers are put back. All of his
Including the
scars
mural
are
one?
removed. All of his clothes are cleaned, and he is a beaming angelic figure before you.
Whoa.
Wow.
How long were you down there for now?
Eons. I
Okay.
cannot say.
So-
My
More than
sense
10.
of time was lost.
Are you a follower of Palor?
I am an adherent to Tyr.
Oh,
That's a try.
So,
Tyr's the justice one, right?
based on the mural behind us, we will be passing by the mouth of the oracle.
We can't kill her.
What is she to you, and how should we behave around her?
You said you were seeking to return to the material plane.
The
What is going on that the Sultan needs your help?
It's
Okay,
it's
good
everybody.
question.
Listen to her.
So right now, there's a shadow that is pretty much just taking over everyone because it's part of this thing called the convergence, where all these bad things are all happening and everything. And in the material plane right now is there's giant storm over the Anorak Desert that's like destroying the entire world, which actually may have destroyed a whole lot of worlds. And there's like an avalanche, and there's like the fire volcano, and there's something going on with the plane that we just came from, which we also saved. So
Feywild.
what we're doing is we're getting rid of all the shadow here to gain the Sultan's favor to send us back to the storm, because that's my job. Is I was called by Anam to destroy the storm.
Yep, and we're helping her.
Yeah, these are my friends.
And we're pretty sure that that storm is pervasive amongst all worlds. It almost made it into Celestia.
How?
I don't know, but we stopped it.
There was a void type creature through the head.
Void, mythos type stuff.
For the sake of
Let me accelerate all this.
yeah, we know that you're always speaking telepathically, but you don't need to, announce that per se.
Although that will be fun when we meet new people.
Here's the thing. While you can, it's not as if you're speaking out loud. So whoever you're speaking to hears you,
Oh, that's true.
but you guys don't.
That's actually
Oh,
funny as heck.
Okay.
So no yup.
So yeah, you can't like.
Yeah.
That's
That's gonna be hard.
yeah.
Wait,
Just as a person.
repeat that sentence.
So
We can't. It's not like she's telecast to everybody. It's to that person.
Oh, it is only one person.
correct.
So
Oh,
she
okay.
was talking to Chozek.
Okay.
I said
Yep.
yep because I heard Carissa,
Gotcha.
but I couldn't hear her.
I thought in the initial description it was everyone at once.
Well, so
Celine would. We
Yeah.
could say that Celine learned sign language, or I could learn it maybe later. I don't know if that might probably
you're
be
hearing half the
debuffing it.
conversation, right?
yeah.
Because Chozekel is speaking.
He would respond, and then
Yeah.
we would. Oh, okay. No one said anything. It's
Right.
probably her.
Right.
I'll
Okay.
just learn to do
One
a
person
gesture
at a
when you
time.
know that I'm
Yep.
speaking. And repeat it too.
So I mean, I guess actually
talking.
the way that I conceived of it, you could hypothetically speak to everybody all at once, telepathically. So why don't we play it this way, for the sake of avoiding that very confusion? We'll assume that you are speaking out loud telepathically all the time, unless you state otherwise.
Right.
Okay.
So when you want to be subtle about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's how we'll
Cool.
play it.
That's helpful.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, that's why.
So we must make haste.
Yeah, we got to get these things to the North Chamber room to unite it with the Seventh to get it back to the Oracle, who takes us into the East room to actually. I'm sorry, the Mouth to get us to actually talk with the Oracle, who we do something for them, and then we get to the Sultan, who lets us into.
No, then we have to purge the shadow.
Yeah, I mean, we
You
have
are
to. Anyway.
going to combine the desires.
Yeah, that's what we were told.
Yeah.
But we were told by someone who
Is the mouthpiece of the Oracle of Mephistopheles. We recognize the significance of that.
Who of you is strong enough to contain desire? To contain passion?
Me. Easy.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you pointing at me or Bree?
Definitely is she.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I kept that thing bottled up this entire campaign.
how well?
Pretty well. I mean, this was the first time she told me she loved me.
That's true.
Verbally.
Does everyone
more
know
than
this?
just love, though powerful it is. This is all desires.
I mean, he's been alive for centuries, millenniums, eons.
Yeah, but he also did a deal with a red dragon.
Each of you can only take one of these.
Oh, I climbed a purple!
Okay, that one's spoken for.
But once it is combined, one of you must bear it.
Oh. Oh. But not for very long, though. We only have to get it to, I think, to the actual Oracle.
No. Yes and no.
It's forever.
Once the bearer takes hold of the passion, it will be with them.
What do you mean?
Well, I have a lot of passion. Would it just add to the passion?
Yeah, explain that a little bit.
Because I'm full of passion.
You are, but... Explain that.
I thought he said he didn't know before.
He never talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he went.
Well...
In,
or,
in
I don't know how
terms
to
of...
I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And also in terms of... It was the direct answer to your question of what will happen when we kind of like take it all from here.
Gotcha.
And so now that you've explained what it is you're trying to do,
Mhm.
he can answer directly as
Gotcha.
to what's going on.
is it like on a necklace? Like, what do you mean?
It will be reformed into its original state as a mote
Of
Oh,
Oh.
of creation,
Oh.
of passion.
passion.
a mote of passion.
That's pretty cool.
A mite becomes a mote, or mites become a mote.
Can we combine two motes together? Like, can we add it to my hammer? And then it wouldn't go to a person?
You have other motes.
Oh, we have 2 more.
I think we have 3.
3 more.
Yeah, we do.
How?
The time just goes, ow!
Listen, I saw that you actually lost some color in your face when you asked that. So we've failed forward this entire time. We have a moat of Chateau, right?
Wait. Celine will speak in
Hi.
your head and say,
Yeah.
do you think it's possible that Mephistopheles is watching this place? And we will be giving up information that he might not have known.
Out loud. 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter at this point.
that's
Sure.
true. We were gonna tell the Sultan, and I
That's
don't
true.
think he's gonna keep
3.
secrets.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
How
Okay, fine,
Like-
proceed.
He's
What?
not gonna stop us.
he dies if he does. So
Fair
that's
enough.
the best thing we got going for us. Anyway, moat of Chateau, moat of water, and space time.
And the findy ring for
And
them.
so I was thinking
Well, that one helps find them.
the space and time with passion.
I think it's kind of like oil and water. They're good on their own. They both have purposes.
But don't combine.
Maybe. You know.
So there are.
I'm totally guessing. I don't know.
I'm looking at the moats that we have. There are costs to using moats, but there hasn't been a weight of bearing a moat
That's true.
yet.
Well, people have been trying to kill her for a while.
But that's an outward cost, not an inward.
Oh, you
cost.
mean like that is. Do you feel different?
The passion has not been combined in millennia. I was bound to keep it so by the devils.
Oh,
What does that
That's
tell
interesting.
that it's a good thing.
It's very powerful.
you?
It's a destabilizing
This
force.
I truly do not know.
The devils want to keep it separate. In general, maybe we think about doing some good stuff for ourselves.
And possibly
the rest of
humans.
humanity.
That's right.
I was gonna say passion is like the definition of humanity. And so you combined all these things, that is humanity. So maybe combining it will help save humanity, which we're trying to do in the Anarok Desert.
That's
Devils
true.
are creatures of extreme hierarchy
Yep.
and rule following, even though it might be their own rules. Passion is at its very core a destabilizing force. I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to keep that out of anybody's hands.
Passion does smack of unpredictability.
Especially those who
But without
don't
passion,
understand love.
there's no point in living.
Then perhaps you are the one.
Me? I already rage uncontrollably.
I mean, you hold 2/3 of the moats anyway. What's 3/4?
I mean, don't you guys agree though? Like passion is what defines us as humans.
You're not even human!
Just giants.
That's the best part! Oh.
As sentient beings.
Yeah.
But let's also think, as Anthony in the chat said over there, uncontrolled passion is chaos.
That's
so it has
true.
to be under control,
Passion,
which is at passion still.
I think maybe our understanding of passion is anemic.
Without
So
iron.
we're gonna get existential here.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I think we're a long ways away from that. We still have to get these 6 to turn it into the passion. Something tells me we had to fight the Planetar, who you were possessed. I don't know if you knew that.
I have a thought.
I understood
Celine.
my possession, though I was still always defending
Got it.
from interlopers. That was my bind.
Got it. So we have a couple steps here.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you think Ilmater would have anything to say about the passion and
That's a good question.
sacrifice?
I can try and pray.
What?
It's worth it.
Jeez, on a stage. It's funny because now you don't hear anything. It's just. And then I go. He was sleeping. Didn't have to call again. Oh. So then I will, I think she'll reach her hand out to. I cannot say his name. Chozekel. Chorizo. just assume I'm saying it right. And take his hand and we'll ask him mentally if he would pray with her for guidance on that.
He kneels on one knee and roll religion. And he'll follow your lead. Psychically.
Which one will I use? I will use the Selene dice that I bought. Do I have any inspiration because of the sacrifice I just made?
Sure, roll with advantage.
Yay! Alright, first one. Religion.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good, pretty good. Second one. Come on, crit. Not as good. Alright, 14 plus 17. And then I would guidance myself on this. 20.
Out of your prayer.
I forget what we were asking about. Oh yeah, passion.
So, yeah.
Me again.
The inspiration for the question was, we think of passion on a very earthly level.
Correct. That's very
Manny's
selfish.
Manny's trying to think about what's the highest level of passion,
Right.
and the equation is the passion of the Christ.
Yeah, there we go. I picked up where you were going. I just completely forgot what game we were playing too at the same time. So Celine will pray again and with hands joined. Well, I did it. I made the sacrifice. So if I sound a little differently, it's this is mental.
This is mental.
And I mean that in every meaning of the word.
Episode name.
Yeah, that's a good one actually. We are at the precipice of a decision to possibly reunite a mote of passion. As I have always understood it, I have always viewed sacrifice as one of the deepest meanings of passion. And I know that that requires dedication, compassion, sincere love, and that it is a powerful, unearthly force, especially when the taint of selfishness is removed from it. Is this understanding of what this mote represents from a portfolio perspective accurate? And I beseech your guidance on who among us should carry that burden.
I cannot say who may carry. It is a choice. But the depth of passion, when joined, can be overwhelming. It will take great strength of a holistic sort, mind, body, and soul, to maintain and not be so overcome. That's your response.
Celine will broadcast that to everyone.
Yep.
Mind, body, and soul.
I love how you said broadcast.
We're coming at you live. This is Celine, top of the hour. I have a podcast now, so welcome back. We're going to talk about finance, stock market, and maybe a moat.
Well,
Mind, body, and soul.
that's it's true on that. Why we tried to actually see if we can get that done.
Fair enough.
Yeah, might as well.
We could just die in the next room.
And might as well see who has the best reaction to even touching one of these.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you claimed purple, so go take it.
Okay, I've been waiting for this.
Show guidance, Ray.
Okay, go ahead and roll a wisdom save as you take hold of the.
She's near Manny, right?
Yep, this is the purple mote.
Mm-hmm.
This is the might of fastidiousness.
18.
18. You.
Fastidious.
Yes.
Someone on a pedestal in first place.
Yep. So think of like perfection, a perfectionist, someone who is fastidious and striving for top marks.
It's absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
What? she's not a tryhard at all.
Well, it's the keeping your hair in a certain way and all that. Yeah.
Yep.
No, she definitely is. That was sarcasm.
That was heavy sarcasm.
And so you take hold, and it, in your hands, as if it hasn't been touched in eons, because it hasn't, the light seems to shrink down, and it forms a small little crystal that fits neatly in the palm of your hand. It is a purple crystal.
An amethyst.
Do I feel any effects of it or no?
You do not. You are able to contain it.
This is beautiful, guys.
What does it feel like?
I don't feel anything from it.
Feeling good about this now.
Yeah.
Glad you broke the ice.
Oh, you're very welcome. I feel like it has to do with fastidiousness. Would I know that or
You've
no?
never heard that word in your
No,
life.
she does say it. Like, where
Nah.
did that come from? There's an effect.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with fast tidiness.
No, it's beautiful.
Right? You possess it. The purple is now in your possession.
That's so in character.
All right, what you getting?
Green.
Green?
Which one's green?
There was a guy looking.
Discernment. Yeah.
No.
You move to the
Which is
green.
now funny.
Two blind guys looking at each other.
Nope, to your left. Left.
Roll
Other left.
roll a wisdom save.
I assume you're doing orange.
I think orange was the gathering one, so yeah. Gathering, handing out.
Okay, so it's above 20.
Nice.
Did you
21.
guidance him?
Okay, you
It's
succeed,
a save guidance one.
and
guidance
the-
is skill checks.
light shrinks down into a beautiful green gem,
Actually, I do have resistance.
and this is the might of discernment.
Ooh, cool.
Okay. All right.
Orange.
Cacophony, which one you getting?
I'm thinking the meditating one, maybe?
For Cacophony?
Yeah, mostly because so there's the love, the orange, the meditating.
I don't quite.
What's the other one?
I don't remember them.
I think she
So-
should get the justice one. Isn't
Justice,
Death,
I forgot
Death
about-
is the great
Justice.
I forgot about
isn't it?
justice.
Justice. Yeah. the gavel.
Either that or Antony get the justice one.
Does he
I think
feel-
Anthony should take
he feels
the
just?
the discipline concentration
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Okay,
His whole life he's been training for
I agree.
elimination.
Cacophony,
Okay,
take justice.
Wait, cacophony
Isn't that
to
what we said?
Personal
to-
yeah.
okay.
Blue.
so Anthony moves to the yellow,
Correct.
and let me just I gotta write these down so I don't remember.
That's important for later.
Which one you have? I wasn't there.
Anthony, you lose all sense of justice.
No, Anthony, roll a wisdom save for Anthony.
Slaughtering the innocents. Oh, nothing changed.
Ooh.
What's his wisdom save?
Better be like a plus 15.
Well, he's
He
got
is
plus
plus
manis.
plus 8.
Plus Manny's?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's within 5.
5, yeah.
So
20.
okay, he succeeds. All right. So
Are we plus 5 from you? Or plus 5?
Anthony has the
5.
yellow, which is the might of self-control.
Oh, good thing he passed that. Maybe Steve actually plays in more character now for Anthony.
I wet my
I
thumb
have
and
no
try to.
idea what you just said.
I wet my thumb and try to rub off that dragon mark on the back of his neck. Self-control. Got it.
Right. And Cacophony steps up to the blue. And she needs to roll a wisdom save.
Stop rolling.
What's hers?
We'll add 5 plus 7, 12.
Dang, what the heck, you guys?
14.
Why are you all
14.
so wise?
She rolled a 2.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's
Even
a
when
fail.
she's not here, her rolls are bad.
Wait, guidance or no?
Yeah, did you give me guidance?
No,
doesn't
guidance
work.
does not affect
How about
this.
bless?
What does she? Wait, what does she roll?
14.
So this
Then there's
is...
nothing that it has to probably make a
Okay,
20, I guess.
so Cacophony
No, 'cause I rolled a
fails.
18.
You did?
Cacophony
Oh.
has an overwhelming sense to bring an end to those who are evil,
yeah. Yeah.
i.e.,
Justice.
she will not show mercy.
Right.
That's actually entirely funny.
Okay. I
She
don't.
comes up to people now and she's like, I'm taking your memories whether you want me to or not, because you did steal a Skittle pack from the store once. So it is kind of justified.
Your memories and your life.
Okay. There
works
is
in here.
the last. There is the red,
Oh, until we meet the Sultan.
and there is the orange.
I'm gonna karate chop you with the moat now. I think orange is the one I was gonna take, the gathering and handing out.
Yes.
Okay. Please roll your wisdom.
Wisdom.
What is she gonna do when she meets the Sultan?
Find that out, baby. 5.
We're gonna have to like choke her out.
18.
Save that
that's a
for when you
success.
need it.
Okay. And Hashin, the red.
I'm nervous.
Hopefully he'll just love everyone.
I kind of hope you fail. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks double digit.
Yeah.
You
22.
succeed.
Darn it.
Celine's like, ah.
I can't spell.
Counter spell.
I hope he doesn't fail.
Did he?
All right. So you each hold the mites. Beautiful
What's the one I have?
gemstones. You have the red. Oh, I'm sorry. So,
I don't know what it's
Celine,
called.
yours is
Orange.
the might of selflessness,
No, all right.
and Hashin's yours is the might of love.
Aww.
That's a lame one.
Dumb. My whole
What's
story's
another-
been about that though. Love my mom, love my dad, love of my life. I get it. I guess it's
Another
apropos.
word for love.
Very good.
Man, this was a good episode for Steve to not attend. Things would have gone so differently if he had been here to make choices.
I give my mouth and my eyes.
And I take all the modes while they're talking.
Okay. You begin heading north,
Well,
and you are now accompanied by Chozakel.
Awesome.
hey, do you ever have a nickname when you're in heaven?
Josie?
I like it, Chosy.
That will suffice.
Okay, but what was it though?
He
I bet it was Frank.
Either that or KK or something.
Chosy
he-
it is. That's a good one,
He
Chosy.
knew Bethel.
He did.
He knew Bethel by name, even
I
though
fought
Bethel
with
fought
him.
to serve Palo.
He fell with Zariel.
Oh no, this makes a transportation I had to the past a lot more awkward now. Mistaken identity. It'll get you.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, you should probably explain that to him.
It's possible, potentially, unconfirmed, somewhat, that I might be descended from the solar Azazel.
What did you say?
You heard that right, bud.
I don't know any more than that. That's all I've been able to. I'm an
You
Asimo.
are a descendant of Azael.
He said the same one that Bethel did.
Yeah. Or Aziel.
No, the same one Iron Throne did.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. That's
I can't remember. Carissa can't remember the words that they use.
Bethel called him your one that he
Aziel.
did.
Yeah.
Iron Throne called him the new name. And has never heard of the one that you
Yeah, no
called
one
him.
ever called him Azazel.
Interesting.
Except for you.
Right.
Okay.
And the before Bethel changed as like a
I'm
mocking.
terrified of this whole plot.
I know, me too.
So before Bethel changed to Bethel, he would call him the Azazel, and it was probably like a maybe more mocking term. I don't know, but
And
Iron
then
Throne.
after it was.
I don't
then
think he
Iron
called
Throne.
him.
Okay,
I don't think Bethel called him after he changed to Bethel.
So
That's true.
yes.
He did not.
that's true. I've always known my angelic guide by the name Azazel. There have been some lack of clarity on that part, and others have used the name Aziel. I confess I don't really know anymore.
Aziel was the right hand of Zariel.
Okay.
Rosariel's even higher.
He was the one who convinced Zariel to turn.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
But I've always known the name Azazel.
Okay, who's that?
I
I've n-
don't know this name.
Son of a
I've
beast.
never called any of mine.
was Aziel bound? And
I-
like changed?
Don't know his fate. We fought together. He turned, I was bound, and he and Zariel left.
Can I
So you might be
describe physically the way that I saw who I understood to be Azazel in that statue form in that original vision that I had where he was bound by chains to a pillar?
Sure.
I would describe that. There were anchor points with chains attached to him.
I
Think
don't
if
understand why that would. They would. I don't know.
Unless he changed again, because change of heart?
I don't know.
I mean, his mouth is. Why don't you just ask him what his name is? His real name.
I think I tried last time and I failed to connect, if I remember correctly. Do I know in Celestial the difference between the meanings of the names Aziel and Azazel?
Sure.
I thought the Iron Throne told us.
I don't remember. It was a while ago.
Aziel was scapegoat.
Yeah.
Why do you have such a good memory?
Azazel
This
is
amazing.
scapegoat.
Azazel is scapegoat. Aziel was. Bree wrote it down, but I don't fully remember.
I think I was stressed.
Well,
trying to
Aziel is
pray.
from Leviticus.
Yeah, I don't want that one.
Well, it's all
Azazel
tied
is
together.
Azazel is from Leviticus.
Is that Azazel's
Yeah.
from Leviticus?
That's true. I remember that.
Literally talking about the scapegoats.
But that whole passage is pretty interesting.
It is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just cut and dried.
but I don't remember what the other one was. I remember he told us, but I don't remember.
I don't know if I wrote it down because I think I was honestly super.
Azael is God is my strength.
There you go.
It's funny because his name is Strength of God.
Right. If in Celestial you know that the two words for strength in those instances are different. Chozek is physical strength. Azai is more of a inner fortitude.
Be weird.
But he's the one who turned with Zariel.
Either that or he was the one who was blamed. All the sins were put onto him,
That's an interesting thought.
and that's why he's bound.
Because what Chozek just told us was that he was to do with Zariel's falling, but maybe he is just blamed. That is
Makes sense with scapegoat.
Mm.
Unless it's the other way around. The two names are too similar.
It's about this time that you
hey, we're back.
reach the central chamber with the succubus, flanked by the
Interns.
Marengon, who you left, as well as the bearded devil, who you left. She looks at you. Oh, so you succeeded. She just kind of snaps. Well done. Well done. You must be more powerful than I thought. Oh, pity that you had to give up. She looks at you and you.
Selene looks like she's making this is a noble sacrifice, but now in her head, only to her, she can go, and I can tell you how much I hate you now. Just verbally, and nobody else can hear it.
It sounds like Morse code.
It seems you're putting your little boon into work. Well, you have the mites of desire. You have to go into the chamber of recombinance and create the one passion. The
Why do you
interlock-
want us to create the passion?
It's the only way to
We have to.
enter.
Right.
I actually don't even know what will happen. It's
None
never
of you
been
do.
done. But
Talk about
I
siloing.
I did activate the failsafe, which was to seal the oracle after it was taken by a shadow.
So you knew this was the only way forward.
I did, but this has never happened before.
Am I holding Cacophony back? Like, how strong is this?
So, to clarify,
justice.
It's not like she is just trying to kill everyone who she thinks is evil.
Oh, okay.
Basically, when you're in combat,
She won't.
She just won't
will
have
show
mercy.
no quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not. It won't affect role playing once.
I
Okay.
I mean, it could have.
Okay, so this is a big deal because she has a motive shadow that can either purge the shadow out or just kill someone.
It's true.
So this is a big deal.
That is true.
Copy's like, redemption or murder? It's such a
feel like
clear
that actually kinda
choice to me
fits.
now.
I mean, a flock of ravens is what, or crows is a murder? Or
That's true.
She's like, I kind of always.
is she a raven or a crow?
She's of the Corvid family.
She's a kenku.
Kenku.
I'm not.
We can call a flock of cacophonies a murder.
That's perfect.
I could
Flock
just
of
see her being like,
cacophonies.
I'm not the judge, but I am moving up your appointment with him.
The executioner.
Raven Queen, got another one coming. Cue the waiting lobby. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing.
Well, ta-ta for now.
Hey, what's in there?
TTFN.
Where we're going? One more time.
The Chamber of Recombinants.
Yeah, like, is what's in there though?
Like, you didn't warn us about this guy.
Yeah.
I was. Oh, didn't I?
No,
No.
you conveniently didn't.
I'm sorry.
Josie here kicked the crap out of me. Good job, Josie.
You can
Right?
see. You can see he is
Yeah.
actively fighting back a strain to
Imagine.
behead her.
Yeah.
So we have
Means to end. Means to end.
the mouth, we have the ears. Oracle's probably the eyes. What is it? Hear no evil, speak no evil, think no evil? Will it be the brain of the Oracle?
Hear, see, and say.
On to the chamber.
Yeah, but the
then.
Oracle itself is probably the eyes.
Yes, I would like to be rid of this
Unless it's a beholder.
presence.
Let's move on.
Agreed.
Yeah, I guess we're going in blind again. Here we go.
Is it a beholder in there?
Hey, Fishing.
That has a lot of
Be
eyes.
sensitive.
There
Oh,
is no
sorry.
beholder in Mephistopheles,
There's no what?
but that would have been a better idea.
She gets smoted for criticizing.
Upstairs because
You know what?
keep talking.
Perhaps
We're
the
going to
session will
workshop
end
then.
now.
What did you ask? I missed it.
Is it a beholder? Because it's, the mouth, the ears, so probably the eyes of the Oracle. So beholder has all those eye stalks.
Well, you already gave him back his sight
Sure.
and his mouth, but he was simply bound by powers. So, again, ta-ta for now.
I don't like her.
I don't think we're
I know.
supposed to.
You love me.
No.
Does he feel like a pull from the crystal?
What is wrong with you today? Is it a beholder? Do you feel like a drawn to the succubus? I don't want to take any of the sacrifices, but I want to make them worse.
Molly doesn't deny.
Does she want to kill everybody, like right now?
Molly's the bad guy.
Surprise! The storm is actually like the garden. It's actually restoring life.
All right, you proceed to the north.
Terrifying.
The north.
Oh boy.
Rotunderance.
It is a round room.
It's a red room.
I need to
Go upstairs again.
zoom out for a moment. Yeah, I gotta go upstairs for a second, guys.
Poor Bree.
Yeah.
What were some of the other negative effects?
That could have happened, yeah. So, well, obviously, love is easy. If out of place or overused love is, we can see that a lot.
Fun to play.
Serving others to the detriment of yourself, maybe? Like,
You could be.
So you're just a whipping boy.
And you,
Mhm,
so
or
fastidiousness,
doormat.
fastidiousness could really, like, OCD kind of thing.
yeah, absolutely.
I think
Self-control.
It'd be the opposite.
What? No, because you get more self-controlled.
I don't even know what that looks like.
OCD.
Yeah.
Isn't that
If it
fastidiousness?
failed.
No, fastidiousness is when it's in place, in measure. But when you let it get out of control, it becomes you can't rest. Nothing can be enough.
I feel like it would just be just constant one-upping.
Are we talking about if we
do that.
fail?
Like,
Yeah.
you would just
what,
have a
What were
pa-
the bad things of all of them?
right.
yeah, I wonder what the compassion one would have been.
Maybe just serving others to the detriment
an
of yourself.
absolute
Actually,
bleeding
like,
heart.
you kind of already did.
Thanks.
Nothing, nothing changes for your character.
Changes.
Molly's on a roll tonight.
It's that baby brain.
The baby's actually speaking for Molly. I don't think Molly's even awake right now.
No, I had a half a cup of coffee before I came here.
That was entirely too much.
Decaf.
No, normal.
Normal.
Did you just yawn?
I always yawn. I'm perpetually tired.
All right. Chamber stretches before you,
Well,
not
it's welcoming.
unlike the other, the mouth of the Oracle's chamber. Very similar in its design and construction. There's a central platform that is connected by several other platforms with a drop off to the fires below.
There's only one way past, guys. We gotta hop.
There's plenty of room around the sides. You do see to the west and east 2 other mites,
2 other mites.
although they are the same color. They are both glowing golden. This mite itself seems to have been separated as one further failsafe from the other 6. So
What do they look like? I
they
guess?
they are golden at the center.
Right.
Right. That's all you can see from where you are.
Okay.
Let's go.
There are 6 receptacles, so to speak, around the chamber,
Okay.
and one in the center that is empty.
Do you have to hop to get there?
There are bridges.
No, there are several bridges.
Is there?
The way that they are oriented, they are all aligned with the center, as if
So the 2.
if that's where they could be combined into, so to speak.
Do we feel like the pedestals that the golden mites are on are their spots?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Though they are still in their glowing
Right.
orb form,
Okay.
they are not crystallized.
Well, they could be in the wrong spot.
That's
Maybe.
true. We should look for that.
Okay. And so the other receptacles are kind of evenly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's one as you enter in, kind of like right behind you, actually. So it's a double arch, and in the center of that double arch is another one. As you take that in, you turn, and the one behind you has the same sort of image of a pedestal with the person in first place.
Oh, okay.
Ray, I think that's yours.
Anything invisible in this room?
Oh yeah, good.
I look around.
Okay.
Kind of.
You are able to look around out to 60 feet. And so
Should be the whole room.
Pretty close.
you can essentially get to the side of the
The
circle here
invisible
by,
creatures on the other
by
side.
staying where I am.
by staying where you are. Yep,
Can I walk up to the cliff's edge?
you may.
Why the black guy is going over the cliff?
So you are able to look, and as you do, there's the voice behind you. I don't like the feel of this place.
What do you feel?
He's like a Skyrim follower. Hey, there's a cave.
I was shot in the leg.
There is evil lurking here.
Guess we should be quick.
Oh yeah, last time they came from the fire below.
He takes out his sword. I will be ready.
Good
I
idea.
hope to God he's not another Felgalos.
Everyone
Because
ready?
if I gave up and got buffed or nerfed for Felgalos,
You got
the
burfed.
second
Burfed. I like that one.
So remember, everyone, keep an eye out, especially you, Manly. And if you see something, say something, Celine.
Question. Do you guys want to try to do it all at the same time, putting the crystal on the pedestal, or one at a time?
This is amazing.
So I think first I'd like to look at why they're still glowing. I think that's the trick of this room and also the trigger.
What are you talking about?
It's what we have to do. They shouldn't be glowing. We know that now. So
We need to make
Well,
that-
I assume
make
those
the
two
wisdom save.
have to go in the pedestal in the middle. But I didn't know if you wanted to put all our crystals on the outside first and like all at the same time. Like
Sure.
1, 2, 3, boop.
maybe that means we're sufficiently spread out.
That's true.
Yeah. That's true.
Unless, do we have to be by a pedestal?
I mean, we have to put it in. I don't-
But we could all go together.
Just do
Take
one at a
mosey
time.
around the room.
Oh, I get that. So then we start here with yours.
That's true.
That would also allow Manly
Okay.
to grant his benefit in his aura.
Chozekel goes invisible.
Mhm.
You
I
still
see
see him. He is still standing behind you and warily watching with his sword out, but he is invisible.
I like the idea of we're all in this together. So you're first.
I want to break out into song so much.
Why I said
Okay. Can you imagine if she'd gotten the silent one? Oh, I regret being the way I am. All right, go ahead.
No, it would be way worse.
I'll put it in.
You place the gem within. I need you to make a wisdom save.
No, I can't. This is tricky now.
Yeah, you're good.
You are not within 10 feet of Manny, as he is at the edge,
there we do.
peering
That's
out.
true.
You're okay.
25.
Okay. The receptacle receives it, and as you place the setting, it is almost like it attaches to something unseen that you try to like shift it, and it does not move. It is fixed in place.
Okay,
Does
I did it.
glow like the other two?
It does not.
All right. What's the next one? We're going counterclockwise.
Okay.
Okay. You move up to the next one here. Please tell me, for the sake of
Manny, get in the middle.
yeah, how are you?
I'll be closest to the lava pit.
That's a
Hey,
good idea.
Chozy, where did Chozy go? Chozy, can you watch our flank wherever you are?
I am watching.
That's really creepy.
Your flank.
Oh, okay. How's it look, eh? All right.
The next one is the blue one.
Oh, cacophony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play it.
Oh. I don't want to give this up. It's really shiny.
So true.
Cacophony, you have to.
Can't I just replace it with this diamond?
This blood diamond we've carried that
God,
probably
no.
had a subplot.
No.
But I really want to keep this.
No, you don't.
I thought I had that in my bag all this time.
She wouldn't have brought it up.
Just now found out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think this is...
What happens if it's a pebble? A blue pebble? I have a blue pebble somewhere in here.
No. I think the world might end if you don't do this.
Okay. I guess.
All right.
I don't want to, though.
I get it. There's a lot of things we don't want to do, but we have to.
Roll a wisdom save.
Making it clear
Yeah,
for
you roll,
everyone.
not me.
10 on the die.
Plus, I think she's
Plus
a plus
five.
Yep,
5.
you're
5
good.
plus...
You're good.
5.
The stone snaps into place, and
This is the saddest moment of my life.
justice
was-
has been placed down.
I have a question. What does she feel?
Does she lose?
She does not.
Ooh, permanent.
I wonder if you failed again, what would
I don't
happen?
know, she just starts shooting.
She's like, okay,
Everyone is evil!
now I do feel an inclination to kill everybody who's ever done anything wrong.
So,
Moving on.
that?
yeah, that effect is a permanent effect.
Oh,
Wow.
dang!
Good thing this is at the end of the campaign.
I think that's
Okay.
probably why they did it.
Okay. You
Do we want to
move-
pick up the light?
Move forward.
While we're
Not there
there?
yet. There's one more, I thought.
It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
All right, so we're actually coming up on a glowing one then.
That's right.
Yep. Coming up on a glowing one.
Okay.
Let's analyze it first.
Yeah. JB.
Anthony?
Anthony.
Anthony or Anthony?
I don't know who JB is, but
It's
I
always
figured
been
you meant
Anthony in my
Anthony.
mind.
I
Tony.
never know. That's why I never call him Anthony.
Can you like check this for magic or something?
Yeah, it's super magical. What do you want me to tell you? It's
Okay.
the same as the others.
Are there any like runes that when I step up there I'm gonna get blasted into the fire lava below?
Is there any image above it?
As you peer into the golden glow, this is where you see, in this picture, in this depiction, someone wiping the sweat from their brow.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right. Yeah, yeah.
And looking out. You don't see the other side,
Yes.
which
Is the field.
is on the other one.
Right.
The other half of the image.
Well, who wants the sweaty guy? Or do we want to put all ours down first?
Let's put ours down and take a look. We know they're the same color, so let's get the full picture.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Moving.
Move it on
Okay.
up.
Right. The next one is the red one.
Go ahead.
You got this. Easy. $24.
Dang,
Okay.
dude. Good
Yep.
job.
Places in. Snap.
Is
Keep
this a
going.
wisdom save that they put in?
Next one is the orange one.
That's me. Which one do I want to do? I'll just keep the one I've been doing. 19 on the die, 20 something.
Success. Snap. And
All good from me.
it is at that moment
Do it.
that the relief behind the receptacle essentially
Sounds like a toilet.
Can't we stop?
You have to flush all your passions away. Relief behind the toilet?
To the porcelain throne of
That sounds like plumbing.
This is all his elaborate bathroom.
seems to come alive,
Uh-huh.
and you see
Ooh.
in front of you.
Gargoyle?
We're gonna
I can't see it on the map.
No.
actually at the next one.
Whoa!
After you put in the
We can't see it as well.
the yellow, roll a wisdom save for Anthony.
Oof.
9 plus 5, 14 plus
He-
whatever
he's
he
good.
has. All right.
Okay. The
It's pretty
relief emerges and still off the screen.
The next one.
We'll put it there. Okay. A massive. This is by far the largest infernal creature you've seen in this space yet, and it has two massive horns that protrude up, not unlike like classic Loki, where it's just like the really big obnoxious horns. He has a helmet with a flame that is kind of protruding from the helmet. Two massive black leathery wings are already extended forth. He has a kite shield, kind of a massive long shield in his left hand, and a spear in the other. A long infernal tail, classic devil tail with a spiked end, and claws that are on his feet and hands as he engages. At the same time this happens, another seems to step forth from where you just were. This one is the same type of devil, though red skin in hue, also with a large pitchfork and tail. The only difference between the two really being their skin color. The one is kind of yellowish and orange, and the other is a classic reddish devil. Celine and Anthony, you are aware that these are horned devils. They are of a higher caliber of infernal being, and they can pack a punch and can they're typically lieutenants within the infernal order, giving orders to the types that you've run into before, and stationed to protect important infernal things. There are only a few types of devils which are of higher class of them before you get to actual archdevils.
So like they're still under like a pit fiend.
For
though.
sure.
Okay.
Yep, still under a pit fiend, still under an ice devil, for example, and a few other types, but all of the lower level devils they are in charge of.
So they're assistant to the regional manager.
They are assistant to the regional manager.
Okay.
Many would look at their eyes. I don't think you described their eyes.
Their eyes are in shadow.
Everybody here is so terrible.
And that is where we're going to pick up our session next week.
Ooh, long fight.
Okay. So, you have a Planetar ally with you,
Thank the Lord.
which is kind of nutso. And you have, I think, what do you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have one more might you need to place in the southwest corner.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then you need to actually activate the chamber, which you haven't dealt with the split might on the two sides, so you have to do that as well. All right. We appreciate you being here, and we're ending it here because we don't want to be mid-fight when we have our wizard and warlock returning. Warlock/cleric, wizard/artificer returning. So we hope that you join us here next Tuesday night, starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, when we jump right into a battle as we continue to loot, die, and repeat. Have a great night, everyone. Cheers.
Good night.